President Trump's crime crackdown in U.S. cities is expanding, with troops arriving in Memphis, Tennessee, and more set to deploy soon to Portland, Oregon. And this follows presidential orders this year that sent National Guard troops to Washington, D.C. and Los Angeles. And it comes after recent comments from the commander-in-chief saying American cities could be used as military training grounds. NewsNation's Kelly Meyer is live for us there at the White House with more on this, Kelly.
Yeah, hey there, Nicole. So we know that Attorney General Pam Bondi, she was there in Memphis, Tennessee, along with Secretary of War Pete Hegseth, as well as Deputy Chief of Staff Stephen Miller. They were all there on the ground in Memphis, Tennessee on Wednesday. They are laying out the next step in the president's plan to, as he says, tackle crime across the country. We heard from Attorney General Pam Bondi today. She posted this on X, saying that in just 72 hours, the Memphis Safe task force is already making an impact. She said this on X, saying yesterday, 40 arrests were made, including a Tren de Aragua terrorist, she says, a felon in possession of a firearm, a man wanted for rape of a child, and an arrest for assault on a federal officer. To date, she goes on, there have been 93 arrests and 28 illegal guns seized. Our work is saving lives. So as we said, Secretary of War Pete Hegseth, Bondi, White House Deputy Chief of Staff Stephen Miller, all there on the ground taking this tour. You see them in the video there. They toured the task force staging area and addressed federal, state, and local law enforcement and Tennessee National Guard members. They also met there with the Tennessee Governor Bill Lee, who also backs this plan. The governor says no more than 150 members of the National Guard are expected to be deployed to Memphis. The troops will not be armed or make arrests unless local authorities request it. The deployment comes as part of the federally led Memphis Safe task force, which also includes over 200 federally deputized officers, over a dozen federal agencies, including the FBI and U.S. Marshal Service, 300 Tennessee Highway Patrol officers, and Deputy Chief of Staff Stephen Miller claims what he calls soaring crime will not continue on the president's watch.
The idea that there is a square inch of block in this city where a citizen doesn't feel safe is unacceptable. This is Memphis. This is the United States of America, and all that bullshit is done. It's over. It's finished.
So some Democratic lawmakers are pushing back on that trip and all of this, saying, quote, wartime rhetoric coming from the White House. They are pushing back against that now.
All right, so Kelly, what is the latest on the president's order to deploy those troops to Portland?
And yeah, this is something that we are learning more about today, talking with my sources that are talking about how they are being deployed. They're there on the ground. They're also training for this instance. When I was talking with a defense official about this, they were saying that this is all pretty routine stuff that they're going through to make sure that they are trained and ready to support the officers in this mission, really there to protect those ICE agents that we've seen potential threat towards, as well as the attacks on different ICE agents' offices in different places, like we saw in Dallas recently. So the president has weighed sending out troops to other places. He's talked about Chicago, as we know, quite a bit. He also said this, that the governor of Oregon must be living in a, quote, dream world. Portland is a never-ending disaster. Many people have been badly hurt and even killed. It is run like a third world country. We are only going in because, as American patriots, he says, we have no choice. Law and order must prevail in our cities. I wanted to go on to show you what else he had to say the other day when he was talking about sending out the military to various cities across the country.
We should use some of these dangerous cities as training grounds for our military, National Guard, but military, because we're going into Chicago very soon. That's a big city. How about Portland? Portland, Oregon, where it looks like a war zone.
As we said, the Pentagon confirming that members of the Oregon National Guard are reporting for duty, conducting training, and preparing to support ICE and other U.S. government personnel there. We got that confirmed by the Pentagon just overnight. We'll continue to watch to see where the president may decide troops will go next. Nicole.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.